มุกเด็กๆนะบ่ายมาสาธุครับครับเป็นได้เลยจะเลิศจะเล่นให้เป็นเจ้าเป็นนายเด้อเด้อนายเด้อประกาศเด้อเป็นเจ้าเป็นนายครับให้เป็นครับแต่ด็อกเตอร์เด้อใช่แล้วแม่เจ้านะนั่นละจากถ้าอยู่มีจะพังชุกความเจริญนี่แหละจากก่อนจากจากจังอันนั้นหน้าเด้อพ่อได้หน้าแม่ไม่มาเซเป็นเดวิดติพ่อคิดถึงยูนโรดมองโอเคมาแล้วยูนโรดได้แล้วถ้าดีมือชาวบ้าน
I'm waiting for Pete as well.
Okay, so I talk tonight, okay?
You've heard of Wicker's World. Well, this is Klangs World. I'm up country, northeastern Thailand, Isan, in the Sakon Nakhon region. I've just been to a bit of a piss up. Oh, it wasn't a piss up, it was just a bloody feed at sister-in-law's place. Brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Nior and Pajak. Great people, great food. My sister-in-law, other sister-in-law, got 100 sister-in-laws. They're also there. I'm just going to turn around. There's some local action going on. Bit of house building going on. There's a car moving up the rear. I better bloody pull over, let the bastard pass. But you know, this is upcountry Thailand. This is what it's really like in Thailand as far as I'm concerned. You've got all the bloody bullshit in Bangkok with all the Bangkok Thais, you know, busting the gut to look white and getting plastic noses and all that sort of shit. Looking down on the rest of Thailand, well, that's Bangkok. But this is Thailand, the real Thailand, the real Thais. And I get on well with them because they're very similar to me, you know. They like a bit of a knees up, a bit of a grog. Nothing wrong with that. Some rubber over here. Bit more rubber coming up over here. These are rubber trees. We come up to a couple of man-made lakes. They were put in by the royal family of Thailand, so I'll raise my hat for them. And the little bloody mound I'm going to drive up now, it's actually a levee bank, man-made levee bank. I've had a bloody concentrate here. I've got one hand on the fucking wheel and one hand on the bloody camera. Sergeant Safety with shitty's bricks. But these lakes weren't here quite some time ago. They were all, this is just all farmland. I better pull in, the bloody camera's just died now. Okay, see ya. Hello? Oh, fuck. Yeah, as I was saying before the bloody GoPro fucking shut itself, let me down. This road that I'm driving on is on top of a levee bank, which is all bloody man-made. The land all out here to the left, my left, this is all farmland. And this, years ago, when my wife was a kid, this was all notoriously dry and drought-stricken, to the extent that they, you know, they couldn't grow bloody rice because there wasn't enough water, and people were starving, including my my wife's family. And my wife Pawn tells stories of, you know, the mum or the dad having to go to the next village to bludge some bloody, to beg basically for food, which is, you know, no one should be able to do that, or should have to do it. So the royal family, in their kindness, bloody built this levee bank, and put the lakes in. So the Yasan Plateau, or Korat Plateau, I think they call it, is oh fuck, bumpy old road. It's yeah, it's pretty drought stricken, but this area is very lucky in that these man-made lakes have been put in, so they've always got water. Well, the lakes, I've seen them get pretty low, but they've got water. Over here to the right in the distance you can see Jimmy's house. We've got a mate from Norway. He's built that bloody palace down there, and all that is rice land there. Someone's still got a bit of rice in, maybe getting a bit of extra mileage out of the season. But the rice would have been pulled out or harvested a few weeks before we arrived here. But I've been up here in rice season and it's beautiful and lush. It's all green and all that sort of stuff. Now here we got on the left here is a little pumping station. Now this little pumping station will pump water under the levee bank and out into the rice fields, so the farmers can do their stuff. The rice that they, hang on, I'll turn the camera around. There's some bloke coming. I've got to watch out for these bloody motorcycles. I don't know what they're on, but they're on something. In Thailand, if you hit a motorcycle in a car, doesn't matter whether you're a Phalang, like a fucking white-skinned foreigner like me, or a Thai, it's always the car driver's fault. Even if the fucking bike rider is pissed out of his brain and you're parked at a red light or something, if the motorcycle runs into you, it's your fault. Your fault. It's crazy. I'm just going to get a bloody shot of the farmland out here. Like, this can all be bloody beautiful in the rice season. Yeah, okay. Yeah, in the rice season, you know, when the rice is in before it's been planted, just about to be planted, this is all green and lush and beautiful. So you've got green and lush on that side, and on this side you've got water, courtesy of the royal family of Thailand. So I tip my hat to the royal family of Thailand, who saved this area from bloody from hunger and pestilence. Oh fuck, I've been eating too much bloody sticky rice. I've been eating way too much sticky rice. Christ, it's like eating concrete. It's nice when you're eating it, but Jesus Christ, it bloody fills you up. Okay, I'm coming to the end of the bloody levee bank. I'll just turn the camera around. There we go. This section of road is called the end of the levee bank. I don't know whether the locals call it that, but that's what old Klang calls it. This is Klang's world. I'm going to button off for a second, and I'll button off. There's fucking more rubber down there. Jeez, what are rubbers? Rubbers. There's rubber here, rubber there, rubber fucking everywhere. I don't think they make many condoms with it, because all the bloody girls get up the duff here when they're teenagers, because so they're obviously not using rubber for that purpose. But yeah. quite a nice little section of road. You know, it's not long after, or you know, pretty much not long after I met my darling wife about 24 years ago. We used to walk this. We used to go for afternoon strolls and walk along here. Don't do it much now, it's too bloody hot, but I'll spin the camera around and then there's this whiz bang new section of road which I've put down. Well, the road here was here before. Hang on, get a better angle on that. The road it was here before. Fuck, there's a motorcycle behind me, so I might just bloody stop and let him go past. I'll let him go past. Here he comes. Because if you hit a motorcycle, I'm wrong. But as I was saying before I was interrupted by the motorcycle, this section of road was always here, but it's been just this year, or in the last 12 months, it's been resurfaced, like beautifully done with bitumen and you know, the white markers. I suppose it helps the local piss pots. They like a drink of tyres and they need this sort of stuff just to keep them from wrapping ourselves around the tree. Getting in, we've got another lake over here. That's man-made by the kindness of the royal family. And over here, just another angle on the rice fields. And Jimmy's house is over there somewhere. But more importantly, coming up on the nose is what we call the hut. It's our hut. Pawn bought this bloody block of dirt quite a long years ago. Oh fuck, there's a fucking cow on the road. Jesus Christ. Hit that, it'll be my fault as well. So I'll just get a shot of it now. Oh. Hello cow, don't walk in front of me, okay? Don't walk in front of me. Anyhow, coming up here is the hut. It's the little brown roof. It's not the blue roof thing, that's our neighbour, but it's this little bloody brown hut. They're prefabricated. We bought it down in Sakon Nakhon town, and they shipped it up here on the back of 2 trucks. So there's our little hut. There's our little hut. I'm going to stay there in a couple of nights' time. We're going to have a big, you know, barbecue piss up. We'll kill a pig and, you know, the usual. Kill a pig, poor bastard, but you know, I'll eat him. I'm not proud. Yeah, there's our hut. That's not the blue roof, that's the neighbours. It's quite a nice little section of road. You know, it's not long after, or you know, pretty much not long after I met my darling wife about 24 years ago. We used to walk this. We used to go for afternoon strolls and walk along here. Don't do it much now, it's too bloody hot, but I'll spin the camera around and then there's this whiz bang new section of road which I've put down. Well, the road here was here before. Hang on, get a better angle on that. The road it was here before. Fuck, there's a motorcycle behind me, so I might just bloody stop and let him go past. I'll let him go past. Here he comes. Because if you hit a motorcycle, I'm wrong. But as I was saying before I was interrupted by the motorcycle, this section of road was always here, but it's been just this year, or in the last 12 months, it's been resurfaced, like beautifully done with bitumen and you know, the white markers. I suppose it helps the local piss pots. They like a drink of tyres and they need this sort of stuff just to keep them from wrapping ourselves around the tree. Getting in, we've got another lake over here. That's man-made by the kindness of the royal family. And over here, just another angle on the rice fields. And Jimmy's house is over there somewhere. But more importantly, Coming up on the nose is what we call the hut. It's our hut. Pawn bought this bloody block of dirt quite a long years ago. Oh fuck, there's a fucking cow on the road. Jesus Christ. Hit that, it'll be my fault as well. So I'll just get a shot of it now. Oh. Hello cow, don't walk in front of me, okay? Don't walk in front of me. Anyhow, coming up here is the hut. It's the little brown roof. It's not the blue roof thing, that's our neighbour, but it's this little bloody brown hut. They're prefabricated. We bought it down in Sakon Nakhon town, and they shipped it up here on the back of 2 trucks. So there's our little hut. There's our little hut. I'm going to stay there in a couple of nights. We're going to have a big, barbecue piss up. We'll kill a pig and, the usual. Kill a pig, poor bastard, but I'll eat him. I'm not proud. Yeah, there's our hut. Not the blue roof. That's there's our little hut, which I love. As I said, they're prefabricated. They come in 2 sections. They break it up into 2 sections, and then I want the window down. Put the fucking camera up. Hang on. All the mod cons here. Yeah, there's a bit of a crane shot. Got a crane shot going on there. And you can see on the letterbox there's a few unpaid bills, so we better get onto that, otherwise we'll come along and there won't be any bloody light or water, which has happened at various properties my wife has inhabited over the years. It's got a really nice fence which we had put up. Nice fence actually, nice and strong. Which brings me to the road. This road, 3 years ago, before the dreaded COVID, this was a dirt track. It was a dirt track. It wasn't a bad dirt track, like it was as wide as the concrete road now, but they've the local bloody council has kindly bloody jazzed it up with a layer of concrete on top, which I think they had to, because further on the edges, the thing was starting to break down. Like there were bloody potholes, and there's no bloody lights down here at night. Like you can see power poles and stuff, but that's just carrying 220 volts down to any of the residences down here. But, yeah, so it's as dark as a tomb, dark as a tomb, black as Edie Armin's arsehole at fucking midnight, if you ask me. But yeah, so they put this down, and it's working well. I just hope it's put enough bloody concrete in the mix. Okay, I'm going to button off for a sec. Oh Christ, I've got to get a bloody decent shot, haven't I? It's hard driving and being a cameraman at the same time. They wouldn't let you do it in Sydney. Sergeant Safety would be onto me, he'd be shitting his gears if he could see me now. Sergeant Safety is a particular school of thought that occurred at the ABC. When I came back from foreign correspondent, I couldn't believe what a pack of fucking wimps the ABC was inhabited by. It was just pathetic, pathetic. No sense of adventure, but just all fucking, Sergeant Safety polishing his locker. Anyhow, I'll show you another bit of road. I've got to watch myself along here. The road's narrow, and if I lose it on the side, I'm just going to fucking roll the car. We don't want that, do we? This will be my fault on the phone. I'm just going to stop here. Yeah, I'll show you that little canal or clong later on. It's an irrigation canal. But when I first met my wife Pawn, we used to bring a few of the kids down from the village and take them for a swim in that. Like it's as dry as a bone at the moment. Dry as a nun's nasty, but The kids used to love coming down here for a dip on a hot afternoon, and believe me, if you come up here in March, April, you know, that Songkran period is bloody hot. It is oven hot. Anyway, I'm going to button off for a while, because I'm coming up into the village and I don't want to cream any of the locals. See ya. Leave it rolling while I come up this section, because this is where my mother-in-law lives. Know that bloke, yeah, on the bike. But, yeah, this is the strip of road where my mother-in-law lives. I'll just point the camera. Now this is classic upcountry villages, my mother-in-law's house over here. I've had many of a cold frosty sitting there on a bloody afternoon, you know, great place to sit, have a beer in the afternoon. The thing I like about up this way is it's completely off the bloody tourist trail. I don't think the only flung you see up here are bloody flung married to Thai women, but and there's a few of us, but not many. You know, there might be bloody 3 or 4 of us in the village. I was the second one apparently, back in 1999. Yeah, I'll just point the camera around again. The dogs, they just bloody stand there. You know, they stand there and bloody look at you. Anyway. Yeah, I'll just leave it rolling. I'm just going to roll it because the back screen's gone black. I just want to bloody check the footage when I get back to the house in Sakon Nakhon town and see if it's actually pictures are sticking. Nice paint job. Looks like a little bar or something. Give that a bloody whirl at some stage. Yeah. Watch myself here, it's a bad corner, it's a fucking bad corner. Yeah. Anyhow, I'll turn it around. Maybe it's working, maybe it's not. I don't bloody well know. But I'll just do some of the things I used to get there. There's a temple there, another fucking temple, that's all I need. Yeah, Pawn told me this morning that this bloke's not the full quid, but he loves a dance and a beer. Yeah, he's mentally handicapped, but he's a really nice guy. You know, he comes to all the parties, and he's the first one there and the last one to leave, and he just dances all night long. He's a great guy. But yeah. Bit more village life. It's gonna be fun cutting this. Yeah. Gotta let them go. I'm gonna button off in a sec anyway. I'll pull over up here, might check some of my footage. See ya. Yeah, I'm going to button off. Yeah, button off. Hang on. They're diversifying their crops. Like when I first started coming up here, it was just wall-to-wall rice fields, and now that's about pretty much all they grew. In the off-season they used to grow a bit of bloody tobacco, peanuts, a bit of ganja growing there. You fucking beauty. You might get some of that later. But, yeah, as you can see, they're diversifying with herbs and shit. And, smoking herbs as well, I suppose. Yeah, they're diversifying, which is good. Like they were poor places. If I had hit him doesn't matter if he's wobbling all over the road. If I hit him, I'm fucked. This is Klangs World. Klangs World. You've heard of Wicca's World and David Attenborough's World? Well, this is Klangs World. The world according to Klang. Yeah, interesting little fucking vehicle. I think when they're like homemade little things, and I guarantee when they make them, when they knock them together with a bloody old stick welder back at the farm, somehow they disconnect the blinkers. They never use their fucking blinkers anyhow. The local bloody knowledge there. Watch out, there's a car coming, I better let him past. Yeah, I'm going to button off. Slow down, you bastard. Drive like fucking rat bags. Just one thing. As you get further away from those man-made lakes with the royal family colony put in, you don't have to travel too far, only a few, you know, 4 or 5 kilometres, and it becomes remarkably more dry. You see that? That's dry. Not wet, it's dry. I'm just going to button off. I've got to button off, I'm going to have an accident if I'm not careful. See ya.